Request is a singer-songwriter who has been rocking the Aussie music scene for decades, clocking up half a dozen arias and hit after hit along the way. Would you please give it up for Diesel?
Diesel. It's so good. You're on the road again, but it's with a bit of a twist.
Yeah, I'm doing a by request thing, and it sort of dawned on me that I hadn't really addressed the audience in a way of kind of like finding that sweet spot of as far as like what actually do you want to hear. But in this case, they've been able to give me some hints before I get on stage, so I've actually got factual things about what people want to hear, and it's not just my songs. There's, you know, anything from I Only Have Eyes for You, which I think was written in 1928, I think, to like a Rihanna song or something, you know. So it spans a lot of, like my musical taste is pretty diverse.
Did that surprise you, those ones? Or were you I mean, you've got 18 albums.
Yeah, but it's nice to see that my music fans like a lot of the same music that I like, you know, which is kind of, shouldn't be surprising, I suppose, but yeah, they like a lot of the same stuff.
Now, you've got a big fan right next to you, and I fear for your life.
Sorry, I'm sorry, but I am.
Evie's a massive fan.
Well, I'm glad you're still a fan. You told me you were a fan like way back, sort of.
The CDs were played to death in my car, in my house, in my bedroom. It's such a pivotal time in my young adult life.
You know, some things last. Somehow I've managed to outlast Tupperware, you know? So, they said that would last forever, but it didn't.
I'd put you in Tupperware. When you're out and about, like, you know, at the local shopping centre or something, and you hear your songs played, does that happen often, and how does it feel?
It's still really, like, you get that kind of jolt of excitement, I have to say. It was funny, the other day I was in Barwon Heads and I went into the IGA to get some snacks from my crew and one of my songs was playing and I was like, I went down the other aisle and there was a person singing like quietly to themselves as they're looking at what they're getting, you know. And then I was like, oh no, that's embarrassing. So I went to the next aisle, another person was singing, and that was only 2 aisles. It was a small one, you know. And I just thought, what do I do? And then I realised they don't even know it's me, so it's great. I can just like kind of vicariously like observe this whole thing going on and then check out, and it's like no one even knew.
You also share a lot about your anxiety, your journey with anxiety. You call it slaying the dragon?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of like never slayed, really, but yeah. But sort of looking at it and recognising it, I think is something that I've been able to do. I think, you know, when I think back about it, I was probably having these kind of panic attacks or whatever you want to call them, probably at the age of like 5 or 6, you know, that's the early recollection, but I didn't know what it was called at that point. No one does. And yeah, I think later in life it obviously gets more intense and you start having those feelings of like, why me? And once you understand like the chemical thing about cortisol, adrenaline, and the same chemicals that make you really excited, the ones that get me on stage and make me able to do a performance are the same ones that make you feel those feelings. Once you understand that, it really helped me. I was like, okay, so that's just the other end of the spectrum of excitement.
We can't let him go without having him sing.
Cannot go anywhere.
Diesel in the house.
Diesel's going to sing for us. We're absolutely pumped.
A big thank you also to Evie and Ahmed. Lovely to see you guys as always. Thank you very much. And we're going to be back next week. Diesel's By Request tour continues in January. Head to Diesel Music for all the details. But now, here he is with Tip of My Tongue.
Yeah!